Skyblock is the most famous Minecraft creation there is. With tens of millions of downloads, it has become the most popular game mode on the world's most popular server, and has been featured in thousands of videos by famous YouTubers, amassing hundreds of millions, if not billions of views. I'm sure you've heard of it. The simple but addictive map is almost as known as Minecraft itself. But the past 4 years behind the scenes, the original creator of the Skyblock map has been undergoing a fierce legal battle with 12 large Minecraft marketplace-related companies, including Microsoft themselves. These companies, who have been selling the Skyblock map and making millions of dollars from it alone, are misleading players with false advertising, claiming their map is the original, actively blocking the original creator's applications for a trademark, and are now engaged in a legal battle with him. This entire story behind how Minecraft's most famous map is being stolen is super interesting and one of a kind. Let's dive in. To entirely understand the ongoing 4-year-long legal battle that's been happening behind closed doors, we need to first look at the history and origin of the Skyblock map. In early September 2011, a Minecraft player by the name of Moog would post the first ever version of Skyblock to the Minecraft forums. Skyblock 1.0, as it was known, formed the ultimate foundation of Skyblock today, but had some small differences. The island was much smaller, only featuring a 3x3 or primarily dirt, rather than the bigger L-shaped island that would become more recognizable in later years. Inside the dirt cube was a bedrock block and a single block of sand. Notably, the starter chest had a lot more items in it because the original Skyblock only featured one single island. There was no way to go to the nether. The map, while simple, was extremely novel and unique, seeing almost instant success and praise from the game's early community. Holy crap, now that's a survival map. Read the very first comment out of a now total of over 400 pages worth of comments, all impressed by the fresh idea. Due to the small main island and lack of additional islands, the original Skyblock was rather challenging. Eventually, Skyblock 1.1 with the bigger, now famous L-shaped island would release, and then roughly a month later, in October 2011, Skyblock 2.1 would release, featuring the additional sand island and nether, effectively the complete famous Skyblock we all know today. And as you can see from popular animation YouTuber Slamacal's trailer made for Skyblock 2.1's release, which has over 12 million views, Skyblock wasn't going to be a hit that died out after a month or even a year. Skyblock was here to stay forever. The concept, being so unique yet so straightforward and understandable, attracted a variety of famous YouTubers who began doing series on it, many gaining millions or tens of millions of views in the process. Captain Sparkles was one of the first to do so, with his first episode of his series sitting at 7.6 million views. The map began gaining millions of downloads online, but it didn't stop there. Noob Crew would set up a Minecraft server, skyblock.net, in 2012, and allow players to play Skyblock but with others online, being the first and now oldest running Skyblock server, still seeing 100 to 200 plays daily 12 years later. Other servers also regularly began featuring Skyblock as a game mode, seeing its potential for widespread appeal. A PvP spin-off by Swipe Shot Team called Skyblock Warriors would release too, an alternative minigame version of Skyblock that also saw mega success, later renamed Sky Wars with Noob Crew's help, becoming an instant hit, seeing tens of thousands of players on servers and millions of views on YouTube. Over 13 years later today, Skyblock is still just as popular. PewDiePie's series on it got over 20 million views, spin-offs like OneBlock have gained their own popularity, and Hypixel's most popular mode is a highly modified and custom version of it. Years later, Skyblock became a staple of the Minecraft community. If you played Minecraft, you had played Skyblock before, or at least knew what it was. Skyblock had exceeded every other Minecraft map and creation in existence, cementing itself as the most popular, most famous, and most recognized Minecraft creation ever. Where there's players, attention, and popularity, there's also of course money to be made. Servers running Skyblock realized this years ago, monetizing their game modes and making them pay to win to much success. But much lesser known, yet much more successful, is what happened on the Minecraft marketplace. Now, up until 2019, dozens of fan-made versions of Skyblock had been made by other players and released online to download. Players took inspiration from Noob Crew's map, made their own unique changes, and provided alternative maps, mods, plugins, plugins and other content. Servers ran their own multiplayer versions of Skyblock without any issue. Noob Crew, as he told me, had no problem with the Minecraft community freely taking Skyblock and doing as they please with it. However, in August of 2019, when a Minecraft marketplace development team known as Razzleberries would release the Skyblock map on the marketplace for 830 mine coins, roughly $5 to $6 US, is when Noob Crew realized that there would be a problem. See, not only was this company profiting from Noob Crew's creation that was entirely free to play and download on Java, but they were also going as far to claim it as the one and only Skyblock experience, implying that theirs was the original map. It was misleading and false advertising with the sole goal of making money. This Skyblock marketplace map, mind you, now has over 44,000 ratings, meaning at minimum, Razzleberries has made over $245,000 from this map based on those ratings alone, minus Microsoft's fees, of course. Considering that most people who purchase the map probably wouldn't rate it, it likely means that the map has made upwards of $2 to $4 million by Noob Crew's estimates. Anyways, Noob Crew disliked the fact that companies were selling his creation under the name he came up with, misleading players by claiming it to be the original. And while he didn't mind people doing as they pleased with Skyblock in a free and acceptable manner, he wanted his original map to be recognized as such. So about 2 weeks later in September 2019, he began the process of trademarking Skyblock. Now, it's important to be clear here, Noob Crew wasn't trademarking the Skyblock concept or the actual map file, simply the name Skyblock. He wouldn't have an issue if these marketplace maps were named Skycraft or something else, but he didn't want companies using his creation's name for their own profit. 3 days after the trademark was filed, another company named Sapphire Studios would also release Skyblock on the marketplace for 490 mine coins, naming it Original Skyblock, where in the description it mentions, "Take on this version of the original Skyblock game." This was now the second company to falsely advertise their Skyblock as the original with the goal of making a profit, of which they did. 2 more months then passed, and in November, Noob Crew signed the application for the Skyblock trademark. It was now pending and waiting for approval, which can typically take up to a year. In the meantime, Noob Crew sent a DMCA request to a popular Roblox version of Skyblock, which was seeing 40,000 active players. However, he didn't want the game mode taken down, he just wanted the name changed, which after talking with the owner, was changed to Islands shortly after. Throughout 2020, he tried doing the same with the Skyblock named content on the Minecraft marketplace, but his requests were ignored, besides a single response from Microsoft stating, "We do not see a valid claim and we are closing this matter." Any requests he made after that were once again ignored. In January 2021, only a couple days away from the Skyblock trademark finally being accepted, a variety of marketplace companies, including Microsoft, would oppose it, claiming that Skyblock is a generic term used to describe any virtual game featuring a block in the sky or floating island environment. Effectively, they argued Noob Crew should lose all intellectual property and trademark rights to the name. Due to this, the trademark was labeled in dispute and is listed as pending, which it remains to this day, significantly reducing Noob Crew's power and ability in DMCA complaints and legal matters. As such, a legal battle had begun. A battle just like how we are battling to reach 750k subs by the end of the year. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this video so far. No pressure, of course. Alright, we need to pause though. Who are all these companies and why are they opposing the trademark? And why would Microsoft get involved? Well, first of all, these companies are Minecraft marketplace content producers, besides Microsoft of course, of which are all selling Skyblock maps. These companies consist of some of the largest publishers on the Minecraft marketplace and, ironically of course, are heavily involved in its infringement, such as Razzleberries and Sapphire Studios, which we mentioned previously. If Noob Crew's trademark is accepted, he will have legal ability to make these companies change the name of their products, as well as remove misleading descriptions and false advertising where they claim their map is the original or the one and only Skyblock experience. Noob Crew even later compromised while trying to resolve this dispute, permitting the use of the Skyblock name, provided it had secondary meaning and wasn't marketed as solely Skyblock or the original. For example, calling a map Insanity Skyblock or Massive Skyblock would have been fine. Regardless, these companies all have chosen to oppose the trademark still because they know it may reduce their sales sales if a name change is required or false advertising is forcibly removed. And when they know that there are millions of dollars to be made from such maps, they aren't going to budge easily. So that's why the companies are involved. But Microsoft, why are they involved? Well, it's likely for one of two reasons. First of all, these companies are marketplace partners and have direct communication with Microsoft. They may have convinced Microsoft to get involved, as if Noob Crew's trademark goes through, he has the ability to legally remove all Skyblock maps and seek damages, meaning Microsoft could be liable and face damages themselves. In that regard, they are basically forced to join the legal battle. The second reason could be that Microsoft released their own official Skyblock bundle, priced at $6 in early 2022, and the fact that Skyblock is a money printer. There are over 1,300 results for Skyblock on the marketplace, 872 which are maps specifically, with many of these maps having permanent spots in the top sellers category, making God knows how much money. Obviously, if these maps all lose the Skyblock name, it could negatively impact sales. So now we know the motivation of the companies and Microsoft, but what about Noob Crew? Is his trademark and desire to protect the Skyblock name reasonable? Well, legally speaking, that is what's currently being argued in the ongoing case, but as we discussed earlier, Roblox did oblige with Noob Crew's takedown of Roblox Skyblock, and as a matter of fact, in November of 2023, a game mode named Skyblock with 20,000 active players on Fortnite changed their name after Noob Crew requested they do so too. This is in no way an indication of legality, but if other large companies which feature prominent user-generated content are willing to oblige, it seems like a good sign. Legality aside though, is this trademark fair or reasonable morally? We know Noob Crew has no issue with Skyblock user-generated content outside of the Minecraft marketplace. He simply has an issue when maps on the marketplace claim they are the original to make a profit. We know in the past that there has been marketplace content which has done similar. 3 years ago, there was a recreation of the famous the mod released on the marketplace for $10, which was not approved or created by the original developers, some of which are now Minecraft developers, mind you, masquerading as the original. After backlash from the Minecraft community on Reddit and YouTube, the mod's name was changed to the Ether Dimension instead. Microsoft never got involved, the mod changed name due to the community's pressure. Furthermore, back in 2021, it was discovered that the famous Faithful texture pack, which was also being sold on the marketplace, was actually stolen. This time though, the original creators of Faithful contacted Mojang and got the pack taken down since they were monetizing stolen work. Now, both of these examples involved projects which were entirely copied or stolen. You could argue that some of the Skyblock maps on the marketplace are different from Noob Crew's original, but the fact still remains that even if these maps are different in some way, many are claiming to be the original and making money from doing so. And of course, we can't ignore the many versions of the map which are identical to Noob Crew's original, a straight copy and paste that is making hundreds of thousands of dollars. By the time Noob Crew finally managed to join a marketplace content producer team so he could create his original version of Skyblock on the marketplace for Bedrock, a process that took years, the market was already completely saturated. The version he was involved in has not seen nearly as much success, even despite Noob Crew selling it at the cheapest possible price you can set. You cannot willingly make content free on the Minecraft marketplace without Microsoft or Mojang's approval, as he told me. So now, put yourself in Noob Crew's shoes. You created something when you were young that you have dedicated over 10 years of your life to. You let the community run wild and do as they pleased with it. But then years later, saw companies making millions of dollars from it because of the marketplace, while misleading players with false advertising, claiming to be the original while also telling you, hey, you don't own this, we can do whatever we like. How would you feel? It has now been almost 4 years since the legal battle over the name Skyblock began. It's no surprise that when an individual goes up against 12 companies, including one of the biggest and most wealthy in the world, they are at an indescribable disadvantage. These companies have effectively infinite resources and money. They can drag on this legal battle as long as they see fit. As Noob Crew states, they have little regard for my perspective, seeing me as insignificant. They understand that with enough time and resources, they can do whatever it takes to secure their success, and if they fail, they can simply appeal the decision, restarting the entire process and extending it for years to come. Noob Crew has been forced to provide confidential and personal documents, endure a 7-hour-long deposition with Microsoft's lawyers that he claims was more or less an interrogation, spend tens of thousands of dollars on legal representation, and of course, hundreds if not thousands of hours of his time. He states that the ongoing strain and hardship has taken a significant toll against him, and any failure to comply will result in an immediate loss of his rights even if the claims are not actually true. These companies claim that the reason Noob Crew made the initial effort to protect Skyblock by filing for a trademark and issuing takedown requests in 2020 was because he wanted to capitalize on the market sales of Skyblock or to extort settlements from parties who use the term Skyblock. This is all despite the fact that Noob Crew has tried to compromise and will allow these companies to continue selling Skyblock content provided it is not marketed as the original Skyblock, but he has been shot down every time. All these companies who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, have to do is add one additional word to their Skyblock marketplace map names and stop pretending to be the original, and the matter would be mostly resolved, but they refuse to do so. Ironically, the fact that Noob Crew never tried trademarking Skyblock earlier and never tried removing or taking down free Skyblock content created or re-uploaded by other players in the Minecraft community is being used against him in the case by the companies. Effectively, they are claiming that because in true Minecraft spirit, Noob Crew allowed the community to do as they please with Skyblock for years, the name Skyblock is no longer associated with any single company or individual. They are using his contributions to the Minecraft community and the very nature of Minecraft itself against him. If Noob Crew loses this almost 4-year-long legal battle, he will have zero ownership to the Skyblock name and thus zero power over his creation. His goal was to one day expand Skyblock into something even bigger, potentially its own standalone game, which would be much more difficult if he does not own the trademark. There are implications outside of just Skyblock as well. As Noob Crew states, Minecraft has always thrived off creativity and has long depended on third-party content to enrich the player experience. However, it appears the game has increasingly shifted its focus towards prioritizing their exclusive partners and monetizing content through the Minecraft marketplace, often at the expense of the free and collaborative nature that once defined the Minecraft community. He emphasizes that the inability to claim rights to what he rightfully created raises serious concerns for smaller and individual creators that wish to innovate on Minecraft. It sets a troubling precedent that showcases how little ownership a creator truly has over their content, and this tactic of labeling content as generic by the much larger and exclusive Minecraft marketplace companies can be employed against others if they wish to capitalize on their creations. Can anybody do what the Ether did and recreate another famous mod entirely and sell it for profit? It currently seems so. Noob Crew's public post regarding the matter will be linked below. It has more information and specific links if you're curious. Be sure to subscribe and check out my Patreon. Thank you all so much for watching.